Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode of Box in a Garage. I'm your host Johnny Box, and today I think it's time we break out Big Chief. Now it's snowy, it's cold, it's crappy. I don't want to ruin my camera, so I'm going to try and make as minimal time out here as possible. I got Mike from Pine Ridge Garage's tractor here. Let's just get her broke out of here, haul her inside. That way we can get some real work done. Okay, we made it inside. Now we'll be able to get into getting some actual work done. So, I'm gonna let Big Chief here kind of dry off a little bit, and we'll be back. We've got a carburetor and a starter to put in. A couple parts and pieces here to put on Guinevere. First off, I think I'm just going to take care of this real quick. Be nice and simple. We got a starter. Right now there's no starter whatsoever in Big Chief right now. So we're going to get a starter put in. That'll be relatively quick procedure. In fact, I'm just going to get it done right now. Okay, new starter's in. Take my word for it. Okay, now those of you who've been regular followers may remember that we did a quadrajet rebuild for the carburetor that's in this. You also may remember that Ford didn't put quadrajets on these, so that is not right. There's a spacer plate on there. It's all kinds of wrong. But what we got today, sitting here in this box, we finally got us a Holly. This isn't the exact model that's meant to go on this truck, but it's close. It's basically the right one. So what we're gonna do is get in there, tear everything apart, tear off that quadrijet carb, and then put this one on there. Also gonna have to take off the plate and all that. But ain't no time like the present. Let's get to it. That comes out. That comes out. That comes out. So that. I broke this, well, didn't break it, but ruined this fitting here. So I think that'll be another thing we do today. We'll make a run to the parts store and get a new fitting for there. There's probably going to be some other things we need to get this thing to work. We got the old versus the new. Yeah, they're both carburetors. Oh yeah. EGR and everything, but that's okay. Maybe. Alright, now you can see it even a little bit better. This adapter plate here goes to the quadrijet, but that's going to come right off. This plate's going to have to stay on there though to get the right vacuum and all that stuff. But let's get this apart. Yeah, just like that. But I think I'm gonna want some different gasketry. Okay, so we're definitely gonna need to get in there and get that kind of cleaned out. And it looks like that gasket's pretty well shot. Really need to get a new one. Really need to get a new one for that one. Come here. Well, we're back. Max and I went and got some parts. Alright, well, I found some gaskets that say gasket carb Holly 4-barrel. So, hey, what do you know? It's the same as that one. But the one on the bottom had all them grooves in it. I'm thinking this one might not work on the bottom though. Well, I definitely need to get this one, get them all my surfaces cleaned up first and foremost, and then we'll see what we can make work. So it's looking like to me, this thing comes in here, and if I were to use that, it would just cover up most of the EGR port, which really, I think I'm going to take this off and put a plate on there anyways, get rid of this mess, because it don't do nothing anyways. So we'll get that completely plugged off, and I'm going to give it a go with these gaskets, see what it does. I think it's going to work. couldn't really get rid of that mess, but this will be better. And then I won't be losing any vacuum or nothing like that through that. So that'll be good. One piece at a time, I think. The bolts that were into this spacer, I'm guessing are gonna work to just bolt on the carburetor now. Go there. Got the thing for this. I think I'm just gonna put her together, see what happens. Alright. That's all cleaned up, that gasket's there. Get that boy on there. That goes there. Together like a dream. Holy cow. I'm gonna have to get a regular Allen wrench. That's on there. Now I gotta find all these vacuum lines a spot to go to. I had to rearrange around some T's and some lines and move some stuff around, but I got everything hooked back up off of that line. But I've got two little bit bigger vacuum lines that still need to be hooked up somewhere. So hopefully I can find where them are gonna go. Well, I can't find any extra ports on this, so I got a couple bolts here. We're gonna plug these up real good, or pretty good, anyways. Lay them back in there out of the way. That'll work, maybe, probably. All right, there we go. Them are out of the way. That's plugged in. I guess I can plug this into this thing. See if it does anything. It's the electronic choke. There's two plugs on this one, and I only got one wire, so hopefully that works. Okay, fuel. And I couldn't find a new fitting for this, so we're gonna do it this way. Hopefully I didn't just screw that up in a bad way. I might have. That'd be bad, but hopefully I can figure this out. Alright. Maybe. I don't know. Is it a different size or what? Alright, back from the parts store. I think we're do a little simpler deal than was on there, mainly just because I got one that's the right size, so she'll work. Maybe it's the right size. Hopefully this seals. I don't know if it's exactly the right thing, but it shouldn't be that much fuel pressure, so we'll just see. Pretty sure what's supposed to go in that hole right there is also a filter for the carb, so I got me a new filter. Just like fuel's hooked up. I think all that's next is to pump her up with fuel into the carb, and oh well, I guess I could hook up the throttle, but there's no connector there right now, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that exactly. Maybe I can get the one off the other one somehow. But for now, I want to see if this fitting leaks or if it doesn't, or if I get fuel where I need to or not, or what. I don't know. We're going to find out. All right, well, we got power. I better make sure, I'm going to put it in park. We got the ignition turned off for now because I just want to get fuel up in it for starters and make sure we got pressure. So I'm just going to crank it over a little bit. Well, this thing says it's charging it, so I think it's break time. Okay, so I left the battery charger on overnight. I think she should be good now. So the ignition's off. We're just gonna watch that. Leak. Okay. Well, that's good. Well, the part that attaches to the throttle cable is jammed on something, so I might need to take it right back out and do a little adjustment. I think it'll work right now. At least, I don't know how we're going to hook up the throttle cable yet, but at least the throttle plate should move now. Let's see if we got enough juice left in her. I left the ignition on, so it might kick off, might blow up. Whoa! Probably ought to move that. Cool. Let's get her some more gas in there. Yeah, might be flooded. A little adjustment to the carb. Now see if we can get a little fuel up in there. Man, it's crazy how little fuel. Come on. You serious? Come on. Okay. We're gonna let it charge a little bit longer. Also, that fitting leaks still. So, I need to get a new one of them. But, I think I also need to get a new thing of starting fluid. So, time for another break. All right, we're back. We got a little reorganization. I got a Holly, and this says Edelbrock. I'm hoping that it works. I don't know if it will or not. Where's my nut driver? Yeah, so these are a little bit different. I'm hoping that this works. The guy at the parts store said he'd guarantee it'd work on an Edelbrock, not on a Holly, but worth a shot. It can't be that different, eh? You're gonna tell me you're the wrong size, aren't you? Okay, we're back. It's another day. Got this piece from the guy that I got the carburetor from. That's gonna help us out. It's got in there, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's a reverse flare, which is, you know, Mike from Pine Ridge Garage got this for me. Is the opposite of that thing there. So this brake line here should just seal up on there, and hopefully it don't rot out too bad. I don't think it will. It'll be fine. So what we're gonna do, I was waiting for Mike from Pine Ridge Garage. He might show up. He might show up in the middle of filming and in the middle of us getting this together. But basically, now this piece is gonna go in here, and I'm thinking, you know, some people think maybe it needs a washer on there or something, which maybe it does, but I'm gonna try it without one because it's tapered there on the back, and I'm thinking that might seal up. We're gonna try it. Otherwise, we're gonna have to find something for that too. That we're not gonna worry about. This, what I'm thinking is, this is the fuel line here. I just kind of want to push it right there and have this cut off so that fuel filter's kind of tucked in there. We don't really need to see that. And our little 90 in here. So I'm basically going to make it about as tight as I can make it. Let's go over to the bench and get to work on it. Ain't gonna leak there, anyways. Right. Well, main thing I'm trying to get it started up now, get it running. We'll get it running good, and that'll be this video.
You got some pipe wrenches you could be using.
Why do I need pipe wrenches? This is tiny.
Huh?
Why do I need pipe wrenches? This is tiny.
You need little bigger ones than you got.
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
You got such big ones already, I could get you some nice pipe wrenches.
Then we're good. It's the tools I got around. Is the ignition off? Can you check real quick for me? I think it is. Shit. Yeah, no lights on though?
Ignition, there's no key.
Yeah, the ignition. There's no key. There's an ignition though. Alright.
I don't know all your secrets.
Let's see if we get gas now.
Yep. Pumping up.
Alright.
So we got it here on a filter.
I'm still having issues with this thing pumping fuel. It's like it's not getting enough fuel. So I've checked all the way down it. It should be getting fuel. It's pumping. My pump is pumping. It's a new pump. So I think I'm going to drop the tank and see if that sock's clogged up or something, you know? What the heck? May as well give it a go. So, get that out. That's a switching valve. I think we're gonna take her over to the slop sink and I don't know, take a look at it, try and clean it out, see what I can see on it. Looks pretty sealed up, but oh, I think this is where I'm having issues. But we'll do some testing, figure out for sure. Well, you might notice it's a little smoky in here. I got that proportioning valve, I put it on there, I plugged it in and turned on the ignition, flipped the switch around. It's clear and it goes through both sides. So I hooked it back up and I filled up my bowls, started it up, and she started pumping good finally. One other thing I also did when I was down there is I blew into the gas tank and it kind of bubbled and then all of a sudden it went so I'm thinking there was some crap on that sock, but I think it's cleared off now. It was idling really poorly, and then you see all that gas on there all over the place. Yeah, that started gurgling up out of the vent tube there, so I need to adjust my bowls because they're filling up way too much and just letting it right on through. Not a good deal. Got to get that fixed. So let's get you guys set up again. All right. So as I was going, I was doing some adjustment for the air things, your screws down here. These are your adjusters for your needle and seat, I think. You should adjust your bowls somehow. Well, first off, this is your sight hole. Yeah, and there it comes just pouring out. That thing was way too full. You normally want to shake it and just have a little bit of water dribble out. But that bowl is way too full. So I'm thinking we need to bring it down. Obviously, the level needs to come down. So this is the locking part right there, the flathead part on top. That's the part that locks. That don't do no adjustment. This is what does your adjustment. So let's just show you guys what it looks like. So this comes all the way out. What you're left with, watch out that you don't lose any pieces. You got this nut here, which moves this thing, and I got that thing basically backed all the way out. So I think I'm gonna put her down a lot because it bubbled right up out of that tube. So that's not good. But I don't know if you can see it from there or not, but as I'm tightening this down, this part's lowering, which I think does some sort of something with the needle and seat in the bowl. But for now, I'm gonna bring it way down. I brought it way up because I was trying to get as much fuel in there as I could, but now that things are flowing right, I'm getting too much. And I'm gonna do the same with the secondary bowl or the, I don't know if it's actually the yeah, I think probably. Get these locked in. We're locked in. We're locked in. Little courtesy wipe. Don't catch on fire, please. Alright, let's turn on the ignition. There we go. You can see she ain't quite running right yet. Well, I think we can call that a Big Chief revival. Up and running, not perfect. Carb needs a little bit of adjustment. Probably didn't actually need to change out the carb that was on there. My guess is the actual real issue was the amount of fuel coming up through. Probably when I blew into the gas tank, I dislodged some stuff from the sock, and then full fuel started flowing. Now it runs good, but I'm happy to get rid of that Quadrajet and put on a Holly. It's going to be better for this truck than that thing was. But this is going to work good now. There's lots more to do. If you like what you see and you want to see more, I love a subscribe. Like it if you liked it. Other than that, my name's Johnny Box. This has been Box in the Garage. We'll see you guys next time.